Hey teachers! So if you've followed my channel for long, you've probably heard me talk about Whiteboard.Chat. It's definitely my favorite virtual whiteboard out there because it offers so many features that other virtual whiteboards do not have. And now Whiteboard.Chat has stepped up their game even more, and it has even more features that I have not seen on any other virtual whiteboards. We're talking the ability to create and auto-grade assignments within the virtual whiteboard. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do just that. I'm going to show you how to create an assignment, how to add points to your assignment, then how you can auto-grade it or even have your students self-grade it. All right, so we're gonna jump on my computer in just a second, and I'm gonna show you all things that have to do with creating and grading assignments within Whiteboard.Chat. But before we do that, I just wanna let you know that we've got lots of other Whiteboard.Chat videos here on the channel in case you're looking for how to do some other things with the platform. We've got a basic Whiteboard.Chat tutorial, which is gonna go through a lot of those different features and show you the basics. Then we've got a video that's all about how to create groups inside of Whiteboard.Chat, which is great if you want to work with a group of students for guided instruction or even do a center activity. There's lots of practical uses for that. And then last but not least, one of my favorite Whiteboard.Chat features is the fact that you can create virtual bingo games for your class. So we've got a video that shows you how to do that too. Now let's go ahead and jump on my computer so we can start creating and grading assignments. All right, so as with any time you are working in Whiteboard.Chat, you're gonna start out by going to Whiteboard.Chat, and then you're going to click on Start Drawing and Start Teaching to open a brand new board. Now, anytime you wanna change the name of your board, you can just click up here and type your name or give the board a special name, anything like that. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to create an assignment here in Whiteboard.Chat. So I'm going to upload a PDF from my computer. Now in my basic Whiteboard.Chat tutorial, I go into detail with how to do that, but I'm going to give some more instructions here as well. So what you can do at any time, if you click these three bars at the top, it will open your menu so that you can see everything a little bit better. You're just going to click on Upload, and then you're going to upload files from computer, and you're going to find that PDF worksheet that you have that you want to use on your computer, and then just click it. Okay, so this is a PDF math worksheet that I have created in my math interactive notes. If you're interested in this worksheet, I will link the product down in the description for this video. But what I want is for students to be able to fill in these blanks here and then create some problems to match the arrays down at the bottom of the screen. So to do this so that I can then check their answers when they're done, it's very simple. I'm gonna click up here where it says Write. Make sure to click the arrow and then just click Text Box for Answers. And then you're going to click and drag where you want the text box to be. So you'll see that blue box. Now, to give it a point value and an answer, I'm going to right click it, and you will see Add Answers and Points. So I'm gonna make this worth 1 point, and the answer to this one is product. And then I'll just click Save. Now after I've done that, I can right click it again and click Clone, so that way I don't have to keep creating more of these, and I just drop it where I want it to be. And then once again, I'm going to click right click and Add Answers and Points. This one's also going to be 1 point, and the answer is multiple. And then I'll click Save. Now I'm just going to keep repeating this process where I right click and clone, drag and drop the box where I want it. Then I'm going to right click, Add Answers and Points. Now we're going to go ahead and speed this up just a little bit just to keep this video moving along, but just know that I'm repeating this process until I have all of those text boxes with the points set up on the page. So now I have all of my text boxes in place. I've given each of them a point value, and I've also assigned the answers to each one. So now I want to assign this to the students that I'm working with so that they can input their answers and I can check them. So to do that, I've showed this in some other videos, but you're just gonna click on invite, and then you'll see there's lots of different options. So you can share this link or this QR code with them. They can copy this code and paste it in Whiteboard.Chat. You can also share it through Google Classroom or Teams. Okay, so I've just shared this board with 2 of my students, and you can check to see which students are using it at any time by clicking on grid view here at the bottom of the screen. So you can see here's student 1 and here's student 2, and they each have that PDF that I've shared with them. They can also change their name at any time. If they just go, if you look at the board from my view, where I showed you where I typed Mrs. Vestal at the top, they can type their name or any other name there, and then that's what will show up when you look at it in grid view as well. Now I'm gonna go ahead and look at this from the view of one of my students. So here's student 1, and I'm gonna show you how they're going to put in their answers. So they're going to type their answers by clicking the text icon and then click on click and type. So then they will click on the box. Usually they need to click it twice, and you want to see this line flashing here. And then they can go ahead and type the answer. And they'll do that for each one. So click and type, they'll click on the box, make sure they see that line flashing, and then they will type their answer. Alright, so this student has put in their answers, and I've also had student 2 go ahead and put their answers in as well. So now we're going to jump back over to my board. This is the teacher view, and let's talk about how are we going to grade those students' assignments. There's a couple different ways that we can do that. So first, let's talk about how we can grade the entire class at one time using auto grading. Alright, so to auto grade all of the boards at one time, you're going to go to these 3 little dots at the top where it says actions, and you are going to click on auto correct all boards at the very top, and you'll just click OK. Now if we go to grid view and look at the students' boards, you can actually see what each student did. So if we click on their board, we can see there are check marks next to everything. This student got 100% correct. And I can look at my next student and I can see they missed 2 of the answers. And it also gives a score at the top here. It's just that the border on my PDF is cutting that off a little bit. We can also look at this. Let me pull up the student view. And this is what the student will see on their end. They can see check marks next to everything they got correct. It says score 100%, 5 out of 5. So they know that they got everything correct. Now we're gonna jump back over to teacher view, and I'm gonna show you what to do if you only want to grade one student board at a time. So maybe you're working in Whiteboard.Chat individually with students and you want to maybe conference with each student one at a time and show them this is what you've got right, this is what you've got wrong. You can also grade each student one at a time. Okay, so first I want to reset what I just did. If I come back up here to actions and delete autocorrect, you'll see when I go to grid view, that removed what I did before. So you'll see those check marks and everything are gone. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to click on open class boards. Then I'm going to pick the student that I want to grade. So let's say student 1. You'll see all of the students here. And I'm going to click the 3 dots next to student 1, and I will click on autocorrect and click OK. Now when I come down to grid view, can get rid of this, you can see those check marks appeared next to this student, but this student over here does not have those check marks because I only graded this student's board. And if we go back to student view, you will see those check marks have reappeared. It says 1 to 1 next to each of them, and their final score is at the top of the page. Now I'm going to show you another auto grading function that's very cool. So each of the ones that I've just showed you so far, this is where you, the teacher, decide when to auto grade and who you're going to auto grade. With this last option that I'm going to show you, students can actually self-check their work using auto grading. All right, so we're back here on my teacher board, and I'm going to reset what I did again. If I come back up here to the top and delete auto grade, that's gonna remove the auto grading that I already did. Now I wanna give the students the option to auto grade their work themselves. So I'm gonna come over here to the right side, and you wanna click on this star that says widgets. Then you're going to click on add link. Then when this box appears, you're gonna click on autocorrect, and you want to give it a name. So a box is going to pop up on the screen that your students will click to autocorrect their work, and you want them to know what to do. So I'm going to say self-check, so that students know when they click on this box, they can self-check their work. And I'm going to click save. So now you can see this box appears that says self-check, click. And if I click on move and resize, I can drag it a little bit closer to the actual worksheet. I can also make it bigger. I can move that around a little bit so it's more obvious and convenient for the students. Now, let's go ahead and look at this in student view so I can show you how they'll actually use this button. So let's say you've got your students working independently on this assignment. Maybe you've just worked with them at a center or guided instructions. Then you've given them this to work on independently, and then they can check their work. So you see we are looking at student view again, and the student can self-check their work just by clicking the box and clicking OK. I really like that those stars pop up. It makes it so much fun for students, but you'll see after they did that, their check marks appeared. They've got the 100% at the top, and we can see that they did everything correct. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you with this grading feature is not only can you auto grade these boards, but you can also print off reports after you've done it. So it's really great for when you need to keep track of data, or if you want to be able to look over the entire class at once and see what's a question that they're all missing that maybe I need to go back and reteach that area. This can be really convenient. So to pull up that report, all you're going to do is after you have auto-graded everything, you're gonna click on those three dots at the top, and you're gonna click on Open Grading Report. So you will see each of the students' names pop up, and if the star is green under auto grade, that means that you have already auto graded their work. So that is done. Now, you can also look at the student's work anytime by clicking on their name. So if I click on Ben, I can see that he has missed 2 out of 5 questions. He got 60%, 3 out of 5. Now the nice thing is too, you can also do some manual grading as well. So if I click on the arrow next to text, I can click on manual grade. And the thing I like about manual grade is you can add some additional information. So I can give this a letter grade, so a 60% would probably be a D. And you can also provide some additional feedback. So if I wanted to type something like go back to page 60 in your textbook and reread, I could type some additional information there as well and give the student some extra feedback using that manual grading option. Now you'll notice this star lit up under manual grade because I typed that manual grading information in. Now, if I want to go through and do that for every student, I can do that. If I don't want to, I just want a manual grade for a few students, I can do that as well. And when I'm finished, I'm going to click on Download Report, and it is going to open as a CSV. And now you will see the auto grading is in one column, so you can get all of that information. And you can also see that the manual grade is in another column, so any information that I typed will also be there. And just so you know, when you're using the manual grade feature, you can click that manual grading option and you can leave text boxes at multiple places on the page if you want to. If you want to give feedback for different answers, you can. But that manual grade will appear right there. All right, so there you have it. That is one of Whiteboard.Chat's newest features, and I think this is really going to be a game changer, especially for virtual learning. I think we're all looking for ways that we can save time, and this auto grade feature is amazing. I love that you can quickly and easily push out assignments and then grade the entire class at one time. And I'd love to hear what you think about this new feature and some of the other features inside of Whiteboard.Chat. Go ahead and leave a comment down below and let us know what you like about the platform. Then make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We create all of this content here on the channel for free, and when you take the time to like the video and subscribe to the channel, it enables us to keep creating free content for you and teachers around the globe. So until next time, happy teaching!